should be live here. Let me check. I'm going live right now, I think. I'm just kind of waiting here. I think I should be okay. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Oh my gosh, the lighting is horrible. I think I should be okay. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. What's going on? Let me find good lighting because this is not my normal setup, obviously. What's going on, Gavin? How you doing, Bernardo? How are you guys? I'm using my laptop. Got a Gatorade here. This is kind of spur of the moment. I wanted to kind of give you guys more of an update in the hope that I could kind of formulate a time, but I was just so busy. Being back home, it's really weird because you don't really make I don't really make plans. They just kind of happen. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what's going on. Sorry, I'm fixing my Gatorade here. This is going to be kind of like the most scuffed stream ever. I don't really clock Eastern time, which is crazy. But I'm still kind of in a 2-hour headspace. So to me, it's like 9 o'clock. So kind of late. Let's see. How have I been? I've been good. Thanks for asking. I haven't made any content lately, just because I've been here in Pennsylvania, spending time with my family. I hope the Wi-Fi is okay. I know the Wi-Fi here is not the best. So yeah, I didn't make. There goes my wife. But I didn't. So I had a Pixar tier ranking video that I finished and I did. I actually uploaded it, but because I wasn't at home, because it was a big video, I wasn't able to completely publish it. And so yeah, I can't put that video up until I get home. So that really sucks. It's a pretty big video. It's around like 20 some minutes. It's just my wife and I ranking the Pixar movies, and so look forward to that when I get back in a couple of days. And I couldn't post a Loki review just because shaky internet here. I did watch the episode. I didn't even get to like stay up because it's 3 o'clock a.m. when the episode dropped, and I'm like, I'm not staying up till 3 o'clock. Like that's just not happening. So I went to bed. I woke up earlier in the day, probably around like 7, 8 o'clock ish, and I watched the episode. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a review of that if you guys want, kind of my thoughts, my reaction to it. I think to me it's probably the strongest episode yet. I don't want to get into spoilers because my wife still hasn't watched it yet. So um, let's see. But yeah, I'm doing well. I just haven't been able to make content. I've been kind of away from social media, and it feels like society forever. Like I'm back home, and it just feels like I'm kind of sucked into this life again. 666 subs. Yeah, we got it. If we get one more, then my channel won't be cursed. Which the support has been crazy lately. I haven't made any content yet. I've been getting subscribers slowly and surely, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Bernardo, welcome. I'm good. Okay. Criterion sale tomorrow. Yes, I will be going out sometime this month. I don't have a date planned yet. I think Nate and I were going to do a collab. Maybe I got to text them and see if we can make a collab video next week. But yeah, I will have another Criterion video. It's kind of the same one that I did last year, where I did a video that was like 10 Criterions you should buy. I'm going to do part 2 of that since it got the amount of likes that I think we're going for, which I don't even remember what the amount of likes were, to be honest with you, but I know that it hit that goal. Let's see. Is it tomorrow? I guess so. I haven't really been paying attention to Criterion. I will be going out, like I said, but I'm not going to be buying a lot just because I'm saving up for my short films, so can't really buy a ton, but it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely got to buy Memories of a Murder. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. But yeah, I was late because I just actually got back to seeing my siblings. So my family situation is very weird. I'm the only child of my mom and my dad who are not together, and so I was seeing my siblings on my dad's side here back home. This is my brother's room. This is from my mom's side. It's very complicated. But I was seeing my brother Seth, who was actually the inspiration for my short film, and Travis, and my sister Faith, who currently lives in Texas. She's moving back, and then my brother Matt lives in Georgia. I got to FaceTime with them, and it was really cool to be able to see them. But I was hanging out with them for the past few hours, and that's why I couldn't really have like a set time that I was going to start, just because I didn't know what time we were getting back. Um, so yeah, I've been having a good time. I've been having a good time. It's been good to kind of step away, but I do miss talking to you guys, making content. Like it feels so weird not making videos. Um, I'm also in my hometown, which is also weird than my usual setup. Yeah, it's very different. The Wi-Fi, like I said, if the Wi-Fi kind of is weird and everything's pixelated, I do apologize again. The lighting's not great in here either. This was actually my room at one point back in the day. My brother and I, we used to share a room here, and now it's his room, and he's been nice enough to let my wife and I stay in here. He's been sleeping on the couch downstairs. And it's been good. It's been good, but I am looking forward to going back and sleeping in my own bed. There's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. You know what I mean? Nothing beats it. Uh, for some reason, I thought the Barnes & Noble sales always started on Thursdays. I never know what day. I just asked Nate, and Nate's like, "Yep, it's this day." So, Nate and I, it's funny. I'm in a group chat with Nate. We haven't even been talking about the Criterion sale. We've been talking about like it feels like everything else. And we talked about the Don't Breathe 2 trailer, which, by the way, can I say that looks horrible. What they did to make that character now a hero is stupid to me. Like, that's a character who kidnapped a woman, tortured her by inseminating her with his semen to try to get her pregnant so she can replace his child. And they're making this guy a hero now. I don't like it. I'm gonna watch the movie, but like I'm really frustrated that that's the route that they chose to go with. Like you can't make that character redeeming, in my opinion, at all. I really hate that. New tactic: stop uploading. Yeah, I know, right? Like the subscribe count just keeps going up. No, it's cool. I love making new content. I love getting new viewership and new people in here into the community. And things are looking up, man. I mean, I'm almost done with my short film. I haven't had time to just sit down and finish writing it, but I do have the final act constructed, and it's just kind of putting it to paper, as you can say. And then I also got a idea for an awesome feature film too in the future. So things are looking up. I'm very excited. Writing is so much fun, and having those creative juices are great. Stranger Boy, how are you? Welcome in. How you doing, Stranger Boy? Again, the lighting sucks. I apologize. Can't really do much about it. Yes, Memories of Murder is amazing, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's my definite. I'm going to spoil it in the video. Or I'm spoiling the video, but that's my definite. Yo, Art, what's going on? I did see the Halloween Kills trailer. I posted my thoughts on it on Twitter. Look, I will come out and say I'm a huge Halloween fan. It's my favorite horror franchise. Michael Myers is one of my favorite characters of all time. Halloween, the original, is my favorite horror movie of all time. And that series means so much to me. Halloween 2018, when I saw it in theaters for the first time, I really enjoyed it. But the more I've watched it, the less I like it. But Halloween Kills, the trailer looks incredible. It looks incredible. It looks terrifying. I really hope that they lean more into the sheer terror, the tension, and they step away from the stupid, corny one-liner jokes. Because that killed it for me last time. I don't want that again in this one. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Look, Michael looks imposing. He looks like the threat that we all deserve. And this October, guys, come to this channel because I will be posting a lot of Halloween Kills coverage. Because, again, this is probably my most anticipated movie of the year, just because of the fact that, like, Halloween is so important to me as a franchise. And so I'll be covering a lot of, this new film, as well as talking about some of the other movies in the franchise and why I love them. I might even do like a dissection video on why I love Halloween 4 so much. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Last year we did a commentary on Halloween, the original film. This year I might do another Halloween commentary for another Halloween movie. So that'll be a lot of fun. And I'll probably do another like commentary for the original Halloween again at some point in time. But I cannot wait, dude. Yes, I saw Art. What are your thoughts on it? I loved it. I can't wait. To me, it was better than the Shang-Chi trailer, even though I love the Shang-Chi trailer. I just couldn't get over how good the Halloween Kills trailer was. Connection's been good so far. A few jumps, but nothing too bad. Sounds good. Thank you, Gavin, for letting me know. Again, the Wi-Fi here is not the greatest. It's never been that good. So I do apologize if I go in and out. That's just kind of what happens here in Pennsylvania sometimes. Nate legit knows everything about Criterion. Yeah, he knows a lot. He really does. He's my go-to Criterion guy. Nate is one of my best friends. We're very close. And that's the thing is like a lot of the moments that we have together where we're just talking and conversing about just life is off camera. We kind of I don't know. If I had it my way, I'd prefer to not really make content with him and just be able to just talk and hang out with him. And we do that a lot, but I do like making content with him. But yeah, he's just such a genuine person. What you see on camera is what you get in real life. He honestly is just one of the best people I know. And Jackson too. Jackson's awesome. I love both of them. Thoughts on Freddy versus Jason? I really like the movie. Look, it's not the scariest of any of them. It's kind of cheesy and kind of dumb, but I do like the slapstick of it. I'm a big sucker for slasher films, and bringing two horror icons like Freddy and Jason into the mix, battling each other. I'm a big fan of it. I would love to see it more so with other icons of. I said that really weird. Icons of the horror genre, and it's probably the only time we're ever going to get that. And I'm happy with what we got. It's a fun movie. I revisit it often. The soundtrack is so metal and so awesome and so cool. And I wish that it gave Freddy a little bit more to play with in the movie, but I do really love what they were able to do with such a crazy and bonkers idea. I thought that they did a really good job. Don't Breathe 2 looks like a directed. Yeah, it does. It doesn't look very good. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on it, but yeah, it doesn't look that good. Ideas are beautiful. I agree. Don't Breathe 2 trailer insinuated a twist like they're trying to save the girl from her captor. Yeah, I just don't like the fact that they're trying to make him a hero. Like, to me, I don't even think they should have even made a sequel. I think they should have just left it alone. But of course, they're going to try to franchise everything. And I get it. Like, where can you go with this idea? But why don't you have a franchise where he's the villain? Somehow, some way, like maybe not people trying to like break into his house, but maybe it's just I don't know. There was different ways that you could have gone about it to make it more interesting to me and make him actually more of that villain character that we like from the first movie. And to me, it's just like, oh, let's make him a hero now. It just feels so uninspiring and unoriginal in every way. We've seen it so many times, and I knew that I figured they were going to go that route with it, but I didn't think that it was going to be that heavy-handed. I remember when we watched Halloween 1978 on here last October. It was my first time. We're going to do the same this year. Yes, I do want to do another commentary of Halloween 1978. I don't know if it's this year, but we will be doing another Halloween movie, probably Halloween 2. Maybe every year I do like one of the Halloween movies and we do a commentary of it. I thought about Halloween 4, but since I'm already going to do a video on like why I love Halloween 4 so much, I'd rather kind of just split them up. So I'll probably do a commentary on Halloween 2, which is not my favorite sequel at all. Let's see. I'm planning not seeing the trailer for Don't Breathe 2 since I'm a big fan of the first and I want to go in blind. Yeah, I really hope you like it, Bernie. I don't know. I like the first Don't Breathe. Like I thought it was a fine movie. I know people talked about it for a while. I never really understood the hype for it, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I thought it was a fun movie in a way, and it had some cool, interesting, unique ideas. But it was just never to me like one of those things where I was like, I have to watch this. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I didn't love it, but I understand why people did like it a lot. That peanut butter joke in Halloween, dude, I know it kills me. But it's not just that. Like they do it so many times. Like the character of Ray, I'm so happy they killed him off. To be honest, you're supposed to feel for him because he's like Allison's dad, but like I hated him. He was so annoying. He was just there to be kind of the butt of the joke every time. Now I'm gonna turn on let me turn on the AC in here a little bit, so it might get a little noisy. I'm just gonna turn on the fan. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. Hopefully, that's not too loud. Let me know if that's too loud in the comments section, because then I can turn it down or whatever. It's getting hot in here, so I want to circulate some air. But yeah, I don't like Ray at all. Ray is such a bad character to me. Killing him off, is that going to make the movie less jokey? I hope so. But Danny McBride is really only there to make the movie light in some aspects, and they don't need to do that. Just have sheer tension. I don't know. I don't know. Let's hope Danny McBride's influence isn't as big as this one, as is prominent in this one. Sound is still solid. Okay, sounds good. Trailer's cool. Doesn't show too much in my opinion, but yeah, I understand. Scariest movie you've seen for me? It's Lights Out, 2016. Lights Out's good. I like that movie. Didn't really scare me. I felt like it had too many jump scares, and I hated the ending of it. Honestly, like the scariest movie I've ever seen, like period. It's kind of hard. Movies don't really scare me that much because I just love horror. But like some good ones are The Babadook. The Babadook really got to me. That movie was tension filled. The original Halloween, it scares me. I'm terrified by that movie, and I love it so much. The Conjuring is really good. The first one, that movie is really terrifying. A movie called The Fourth Kind was kind of weird to me because it was like based on a real event, and they would show like documentary. Granted, it was fake, but like they would show like this realistic actual haunting, and like the side by side actor acting haunting. It was kind of cool. That one got under my skin a little bit, but nah, probably The Babadook. The Babadook is probably the scariest movie I've seen in like the past decade, to be honest. That movie works so effectively. Let's see, Nick. I'm so excited, so hyped for Halloween Kills. I've been waiting almost 2 years for this. Yeah, me too, man. Me too, brother. I'm very excited. I'm so happy that we get this movie. It's gonna be awesome. Can I be honest? I'm gonna be honest. I actually hope it's not going to happen, but I would love that. I would love if Laurie Strode died in this movie. I'm kind of done with Laurie. Laurie has kind of played her course. She did her thing. What a great character. But I'm ready for the future. I'm ready for whether that be Allison, whether that be someone else. I'm ready for a different final girl to take over that mantra. Again, love Laurie to death. My favorite final girl of all time. You guys know how much I love Jamie Lee Curtis in the original Halloween. But to me, it's almost like at this point in time, what else can we see from her character that we haven't already seen? So that's kind of my thought. They're not going to kill her, though. Doubt it. Guarantee they won't. But, it would be kind of cool if they did. They're not going to kill Michael. You can't kill Michael. He's the boogeyman. Have I seen Better Watch Out? I have not. I haven't heard of that. Let's see. What films and directors have inspired you the most to want to make your own films? That's a phenomenal question, Gavin. Thank you for asking. I'm going to turn this off because I feel like I have to really kind of talk a lot. Like I have to talk louder and extenuate my voice. And I feel like I've talked a lot today, so my voice is kind of shot. What films and directors have inspired you the most to want to make your own films? Easily the original Halloween. My love for horror, because I want to make a bunch of different movies, but like I really want to start in the horror genre. The Babadook is a big one. Hereditary, even though I don't love the movie per se, but like I do love Ari Aster's wacky kind of vision and spin on horror, and I want to do something very similar to that. Quentin Tarantino is a huge inspiration. Bong Joon-ho, Christopher Nolan, Martin Scorsese, Greta Gerwig is a big inspiration. Taika Waititi, Guillermo del Toro. There's so many directors that I can think of. There's not like one central one, but I would say, I mean, granted, I think probably the biggest overarching thing is Star Wars. I mean, it's because of Star Wars that I want to be creative and I want to be able to build universes and worlds that people can just kind of sink themselves into. And that's because of Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is what got me to love film so much. It's what made me really just involve myself in the space and really entertainment in general. So it probably all leads back to Star Wars, Gavin. If I just say one central thing, it's Star Wars. Let's see. Thoughts on Halloween 6? Don't like it. I do own the producer's cut. I think it's a producer's cut on Blu-ray. I don't like it. Paul Rudd, it's his first movie. For those of you who didn't know, Paul Rudd, yes, Ant-Man is in Halloween 6. And he's not good in it. I mean, it's not his fault, but like he's not good in it. Yay, Halloween 2, we can talk about the real star of that film, Laurie's bootleg wig. Yeah, I know, the wig looks terrible. If you took Ray out of the movie, there wouldn't be a difference. Yeah, probably not. I think that, like, I'm just kind of curious because Ray seemed like the jokey character. Like, everything was a joke to him. And there's not going to be that this time around, hopefully, and not unless they introduce somebody else. I'm very much looking forward to Cameron in this movie because I hated Cameron in the first movie, Allison's boyfriend, and I hope he dies a brutal death. I think he's just a douchebag, and I just don't like his character. Sound is still solid. Babadook is a masterpiece. I agree. I love that movie so much. That movie, to me, the more I think about it, the more freaked out I get by it. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm totally going to watch it again this October for sure. Jokes on Halloween 2018 didn't land for me, but I will admit that the little boy that was babysat had me laughing. He did at first. Like, the first few minutes, I was like, okay, he's funny. But then the fact that, like, Michael comes in to his closet, she opens the door, and the first thing he says is, he's like, oh, no! Like, freaking out. It's like, that's not, like, really? Because, like, that's my biggest problem with the movie is it's like they build up so much suspense and so much tension that by having that small little line in there, it completely derails all the tension. Because then it just fills it with like this stupid comedy that just makes the movie more light, in my opinion. I liked the character. The first couple minutes he was funny, but the fact that it kept going on even when Michael was there and it was supposed to be a terrifying scene just really bothered me. Also, the fact that like they ruined that scene in the trailer and they showed it to us also pisses me off because I feel like that would have been one of the more effective scenes. Like that and the bathroom scene, those were the two best scenes in the movie, and they showed it to us in the trailer. So like I already knew what was going on from the moment that was introduced in the trailer. That makes sense. So yeah, hopefully the Wi-Fi is still good. Films don't really scare me either, but ones that are truly horrifying in like a realistic way that just makes me feel uneasy would be Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I haven't seen any of the Twin Peaks. I know people have told me I should watch it. But yeah, interesting, man. Thanks for sharing that with me. Josh, what's going on? How are you, man? Welcome in. It's cool that you have the same first name as the actor who played OG Michael Myers. Yeah, Nick Castle. I love Nick Castle. I follow him on Twitter. Really cool dude. He actually also directed a movie that I actually really like. It's super cheesy and it's a Star Wars spin like ripoff called Last Starfighter. And I really like that movie. It's really cheesy. The CGI is bad. It's really like 80s cheesiness, but I do like it. I think it's a fun movie. And it's actually got the kid in it, Alex. Can't think of what his last name is right now, but he was in Halloween 2. He played the male nurse who was Laurie's love interest. Gosh, it's like freaking hot in here, man. Wait, is low cool quiet? That's louder, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sorry, it's like hot in here. I gotta turn on some air. Let's see. Should I watch Point Break or Dog Day Afternoon tonight? I haven't seen either, but I will say Dog Day Afternoon. Can't even hear the AC, LOL. Yeah, I turned it off for a little bit, but now I turn it back on because it's hot. It's like super hot in here. It's hot everywhere right now. Like, I thought getting out of Utah, Pennsylvania would be better, and Pennsylvania's hot. I watched Escape from New York for the first time last night. Very overrated. Really? I've not seen it. I haven't seen either Escape from New York or Escape from LA. I love John Carpenter. I want to watch all of his films because I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. He's one of my favorite directors. But I've yet to watch that one. So interesting, man. Sorry you didn't love it. I'm sorry you didn't like it. But I know it's not for everybody. That's for sure. How's it going, Lucas? Welcome in. How are you? Paul Rudd was supposed to return for Halloween Kills, but he couldn't because he was busy with. I did hear that. Yeah, they brought back a lot of characters. It's very interesting. Like that's the thing too is like we live in a type of world today where hold on, I'm gonna move. Let me move positions here. Just because I don't want to keep having to talk really loud. But we live in like a society. We live in a society. We live in a time where everything is so accessible, and so like every single bit of casting news or anything that's like going on in entertainment, like we know immediately, and it really bothers me because I really wish that we didn't know anything about Halloween Kills or even like MCU movies. You know, like it really does bother me. It gets under my skin because it's like, man, how great of an opportunity it would be in the theater to see, like, granted, Paul Rudd's not going to be in the movie, but like Paul Rudd's, you know, character back on the big screen in Halloween Kills. Like that would be amazing. The reaction would be so genuine. And it's the same thing with Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, granted, they haven't announced Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back. We all know that that's going to be the case. Guaranteed they're going to be on that screen. It's kind of sad and it sucks. I know everyone's anticipating, like, let's show them in the trailer. But I really wish we didn't know that they were coming back. Like, I wish that we didn't know Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is coming back. Because imagine being able to see that in the screen for the first time in the theaters with other fans. Like, that is so, like, unlike anything we've seen. Like, Avengers Endgame, the portal scene. Like, man, that would just be so epic. But, you know, we live in this world now where everything is so quick to us. It's so accessible. And I kind of hate it. I kind of wish Paul Rudd reprised his role given he has improved as an... Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, look, his acting's not good in the movie, but also at the same time, the script is horrible and it's a mess. So, like, you can't just blame him. There's a lot of issues with that movie. Am I going Criterion shopping? I am going Criterion shopping, not with Nate, though. Nate currently is living in Arizona. He'll be in Utah in the next couple of months. So we will actually be close to each other. So November sale, we will be going shopping together. So mark that down. November, Nate and I will be back shopping in Barnes & Noble at the Criterion sale. This year we're doing separate videos, unfortunately, but we are going to do a collab. We have been talking about doing a collab during this month for the Criterion sale. It's not going to be the same. It's going to suck without Nate there. And it's not going to be nearly as fun of a video, but I'm going to try to make it as entertaining as possible. I kind of already have a theme that I'm going to do without having Nate there. But yeah, my wife might be in the video. So I know Nate and I are both kind of bummed about it, but at the same time, there's kind of nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. You know, that's the way life works sometimes. All right. Let's see. Just watched Child's Play 2019 and I liked it. I really like that movie. It's granted, I actually think it's better than the original Child's Play. I'm not the biggest Child's Play fan. I like Child's Play 2 more than any other Chucky movie out there because it's just such a good movie. It's fun. And it's actually kind of terrifying in a way. And Chucky has a lot more to do. But the original Child's Play to me is just such a dated movie. And it just has so many issues with it that I don't like it nearly as much as other people. But the remake, the 2019 reboot of it, I thought was really impressive for what they did, and they made it different. They changed it up a little bit. They changed up the formula, and I like that. I really, really like that. You know, AI gone bad. Yes, digital age, absolutely. Would you rather be stuck at camp with Jason Voorhees or be stuck in a dream with Freddy Krueger? This is like the best question I've ever heard in my life. Oh gosh, dude. You know what? I'd have to say I'd rather be stuck at camp with Jason Voorhees. Granted, both situations suck. I'd probably die in both. But I feel like I'd put up a better chance awake than I would asleep. Because I'm a deep sleeper, and dying in my sleep dying in my dreams would not be a fun way to die, in my opinion. So I would rather face Jason Voorhees than Freddy Krueger. That's a phenomenal question, though. Great question. I really want to watch. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's one that I haven't seen, but I've been waiting for the Criterion, so I will be watching it very soon, and I'm very excited. Are you more excited for the Forever Purge? I could care less about that movie. Old or Candyman? Sorry, Art. I cannot. I don't even like the Purge movies. The first one, not a great movie. Then they made the sequel, and it was terrible. And I haven't seen any of the other movies. Won't even watch. I will not watch the Forever Purge. It's like Fast 9 for me. I am not watching Fast 9. I could care less about that franchise. And the fact that I heard it's like the worst Fast and Furious movie when I think most of them suck. To me is just like, yeah, I'm not going to waste 2 hours of my life watching it. I'll tell you what, I'm actually more excited about Candyman. Old has me intrigued, but it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and Shyamalan is hit or miss. It could be one of the best and most talked about movies of the year, or it could be one of the biggest stinkers of the year, and one of the biggest missed opportunities for Shyamalan. I think the premise is intriguing, but I'm very curious as to what the twist is going to be. And I'll be honest, I did not like Glass. I thought Glass really sucked. Split was great. Glass, not so much. So based on Shyamalan's trend, it feels like he makes one good movie and then a couple bad ones. So I'm going to say that I'm more excited about Candyman. Because I think the trailers have just intrigued me more, and I also can't wait to watch the original because I haven't seen it. I do own it, though. I do own it. I'm gonna watch this. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I'm gonna watch it before the new one. Child's Play is my favorite horror franchise. That's awesome, man. I'm happy to hear. It's not mine. I do like. So I like Child's Play 2. I've seen all of the Child's Play movies. Child's Play 2 and Bride of Chucky are my favorites. And then after that, like. Curse is not bad. Cult is really weird and just I don't even know what that was. Seed is it's atrocity. It's an atrocity to humanity. Child's Play 3 is not bad. I just think it's kind of boring. I don't know. I'd have to watch it again. But I think it's because I did like a marathon a while back on my channel for when Child's Play 2019 came out. You guys can check it out somewhere on my channel, where I did a marathon of all 3 movies, back to back to back. And the thing is I feel like after the first 2, I was kind of tired of the premise, and I just didn't really care about the third movie. But I'd have to give it a rewatch. And then the original, like I said, I think it's overrated, and I just think it's dated. Child's Play 2, though, is great. I love that movie. That movie's a lot of fun. Which apocalyptic universe would you rather live in? A Quiet Place, 28 Days, Weeks Later, Terminator 2. I say Terminator. I'd rather die by a machine. I say Terminator as well because it's literally one machine that's coming after you. Again, I feel like my odds are a lot better. A Quiet Place, I'm not a quiet person. At all. I like talking. I like being able to communicate with people. So that is a no-go. And 28 Days, Weeks Later, no. Those zombies are scary. Let's see. Would be cool if we do a live stream of the aftermath of the sale when the sale ends. So we talk about that'd be really cool. Yeah, dude, Bernie, you're onto something. Dude, you're onto something. Message me on Instagram, message me on Twitter, whatever. You can start like a group chat with like Nate and myself, and maybe even Jackson if Jackson wanted to come on, even though I don't think he's doing any of this sales stuff this year because he's moving to New York. But that'd be a lot of fun, man. I'd be down. Let's see. Are you a red pill or blue pill person? Blue pill all the way. Would rather have a threatening phone call with Ghostbusters or be in a slaughterhouse with Leatherface? Ghostbusters. For sure. Have you seen Leatherface? Have you seen him? He's a monster, dude. No way. I stand zero chance against Leatherface. Zero. Like, yeah, he's an idiot, but man, he's a monster. By the way, that's something I'm trying to do this year for October. Is I've been slowly but surely watching all of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies because I haven't seen all of them. It's like the one franchise in horror other than Hellraiser, because that franchise goes completely off the wall. But it's the one franchise that I've never really got invested into. Like, I watched the original last year for the first time. And I just watched part 2 like a month and a half ago. So I've seen those two. I saw the remake, but I'm going to watch it again. And then the sequel to the remake. And I've seen Texas Chainsaw 3D. And there's a lot more. Like, there's Texas Chainsaw 3, Leatherface. There's new, Texas Chainsaw New Generation, something like that, with Matthew McConaughey. And that one's just, I've heard, is really crazy. And then also Leatherface. And then there's like something else I'm missing, I feel like. But yeah, there's a lot of movies, and I haven't seen them all, so I want to like watch them and probably rank them. I'm a quiet person, so yeah, I choose A Quiet Place world. Really? That's interesting. That's interesting. Would you rather be stuck in the Hills Have Eyes reboot or the Barge People? Hills Have Eyes reboot. Yeah, it's kind of scary, but like I feel like I could survive. Man, these questions are really good. They're making me really think. I'm hyped for Scream 5. The original Scream is my favorite horror film ever. I love the Scream franchise. I'm very excited for Scream 5 as well. I can't wait. It comes out next January, which could be one of two things. Granted, I think it's going to be a good movie. I have a lot of faith in it. But January is not a good month for releases. However, because everything's been backed up, it's probably going to be a better January than ever before. So I'm not worried. I'm just saying that it's interesting. But I'm very much looking forward to Scream 5. They're bringing back the original cast. I think one of the best things that they could do, honestly, is kill Sidney Prescott and move forward with the franchise. But also at the same time, like, it's the only franchise where the final girl has been the same every movie. And I like that. So yeah, it's gonna be, and it's also gonna be interesting without Wes Craven's influence. Like, what are we going to see from it? And how are they going to kind of continue on the trend of, because the first movie, it was about, a horror movie. The second one was about making a sequel to a horror movie. And then the third one was about making a franchise, right? Or completing a trilogy. And then the fourth one was about a reboot or a remake. So what's the fifth one going to be? That's kind of the question, is like, where are they going to kind of dive into that? But I'm very excited about the filmmakers behind the project, because they're the ones who did Ready or Not, which I actually thought was a very fun movie from a couple years ago. Oh, threatening phone call with Ghostface. Oh. So Ghostface or Leatherface? I still choose Ghostface. I think I'd still choose Ghostface, to be honest. Because, like, that's a human. Leatherface is a human, but, like, not. Like, he's a monster. Whereas Ghostface, I feel like the thing is with the Scream universe is they make fun of the slapstick of the slasher genre, which is my favorite genre in horror. And they do it very well, but like the characters are supposed to make stupid decisions, right? Like they're supposed to lose to, just a regular human being. Whereas I feel like I'd be okay. I feel like I'd be able to, like, do good enough, because I feel like I wouldn't make those same horror tropish mistakes. Not excited for Scream 5, to be honest. I adore Scream, especially the ending. Matthew Lillard is Chef Kiss. Yeah, a lot of people want him to come back. Like a lot of people are like, he's still alive. It'd be nice to see him, but at the same time, like I'd also be kind of pissed because in my head, like the character died. But I don't know. I don't know. I do like the original Scream. It's going to be like, oh yeah. That's probably you're probably onto something. That actually makes sense. I could definitely see them going that route for sure. So yeah, I like that. I like that route. Make sure if you guys could hit that like button, help the algorithm, so people can watch after the stream, and as well if they can still see it now, find it now. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're at 666 subscribers. My channel's cursed. Okay, please break the curse. I need 667 very badly because I don't want to stay at 666 because I feel like weird things are gonna happen to me, guys. Okay, so like let's get that up. Let's get that up to 1. Let's just get it up to 667. Like let's just do it. But thank you guys so much for the support. This is awesome. We're gonna keep talking with you guys. And again, this was kind of a spur of the moment type of stream. I'm thinking about doing one of these on Saturday for Twitch. And maybe I'll do another one here on YouTube. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it for Saturday here on YouTube as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out because maybe I'll make one like that's more formal. But then again, my parents, they have a camper, so like I'd have to. I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. All right. Let's see. I'm curious to see what direction Scream 5 goes in, but I'll have to see the trailer and release to know if I'm going to theaters for it. Oh, I see everything in theaters. I'm definitely going to see it no matter what, but I'm very curious, dude. I'm very curious about what the first trailer is going to look like, what it's going to give us. And obviously, it's going to start off with the classic, call and the Ghostface killer talking on the phone with his victim or her victim. I'm very curious about it. I'm very excited to see what they do, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that opening phone call of the trailer. I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna lose my mind. Most gore you've seen in a horror movie. That's kind of hard. I've seen a lot of gore in horror movies. Trying to think of like ones that come to my mind. I've seen parts of Terrifier. I do want to watch it, but it's just that movie is so gory, and I can't deal with it. Like the fact that they like literally, basically split somebody in half. Just yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Gore in horror movies. Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2 are very brutal. I don't know. That's a very good question. It's like so hard because like a lot of them do. Like I'm thinking Texas Chainsaw has some gore in it, but yeah, that's a tough question. The ones that are coming to my mind are Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2. And mainly Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I can't think of anything else. I know that there's a lot more that are gory that I've seen, but it's just right now it's Rob Zombie's Halloween that's coming into the brain. I do. I'm cursed. I noticed it right before he said it out loud. LMAO. Yeah. Yes. We're at 666. Crazy. Again, I feel like my channel's cursed now. I kind of like this, though. I kind of like just being able to talk to you guys. Oh, look, 667, guys. We did it. We did it. I'm no longer cursed. Thank you. Thank you to whoever subscribed. I appreciate it because I couldn't deal with the curse anymore. Goriest horror movie. Gosh, there's so many that I've seen, and it's just I don't know what the goriest is because I've seen a lot of them, and they all, like, when they're gory, they all kind of blur together. You know what I mean? Like, they all kind of just become one. I appreciate that, Stranger Boy. Are you more of a streaming kind of person, or do you prefer physical media more? Jeff, what's going on? Welcome in, Jeff. I actually prefer physical media, but it's kind of weird because I've been buying less and less of it lately, just because I've been putting my money towards other things. But I am getting more back into physical media. I actually ended up buying it for the Amazon Prime Day. I bought the Harry Potter 4K 8-film set, which is awesome because I didn't have the Harry Potter films on Blu-ray or even 4K for that matter. Or I didn't have them on 4K or even Blu-ray for that matter. So I bought that set. I do want to buy the Lord of the Rings 4K set, that the extended editions, as well as The Hobbit. Those are kind of like the next big things. But I usually wait. I buy during the Criterion sales, and I usually wait until the Black Friday to buy stuff. Like I have some movies I would love to buy on Black Friday that I just like. Promising Young Woman is one that I would love to buy, but I don't want to spend like $15, $20 for it. Definitely going to buy the Snyder Cut just because why not? I kind of want to see all the extras on it. And then I am going to be a shell, and I am going to buy Wonder Woman 84, even though I didn't like the movie, just because I'm a collector and I kind of hate myself for it. But yeah, I am more into physical media. I just haven't bought a lot, and especially because I'm trying to finance my short film, I'm definitely not buying any right now. I'm going to buy a couple Criterions, like I told you guys, but I'm not going crazy for this sale. And same thing with November. Like once the short film's out there and stuff, then it'll be different. But I have a lot of saving to do, and I have to buy equipment. I have to pay actors. I have to pay production people, or people on set. It's gonna be a small set, but I gotta buy equipment. Like you know what I mean. I gotta like buy all of that stuff. So yeah, and I also gotta find a spot for when I shoot in New York City. I gotta find a spot to like rent out for a week or whatever if I need to, or maybe I could just use somebody's apartment. I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot that has to go into it, and that's why like I'm almost, again, I haven't had time to like actually sit down and write, but like the third act is done. I already know the structure. I know exactly where it's going, and I hit that block of how do I transition from this to this. Like that's all done. So it's all done in my head. I just gotta write it out, and once I write it out, then I'm gonna start trying to get the backing and some of the help for financing it. So I'm very excited. It's a lot of fun. It's very very cool. Let's see. Yo, how's it going? How's it going, Jackson? I love you. I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry. I just get excited when I see you in here, Jackson. You know it. What does your music and book collection look like? I could show. Where's my phone? I could show you what music I have. I think my phone is on the ground. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let me grab my phone. So I don't have any physical music. I used to. I used to have like physical CDs. Actually, they're probably all in that room over there, which was my old room. You know what, guys? Let's take a trip down memory lane. Why don't we? Also the name of the band of my buddy Jack. All right. We're going to take a trip down memory lane. My parents are asleep, so I got to be kind of quiet. I think my wife's in here. Oh, look at that. She is. But this was my room back in the day. This is where, I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's messy kind of right now, but that was not my mattress. I don't know whose mattress that is. Oh, sorry. That was my wife. But yeah, there is boxes and everything. And then right here was some stuff that I owned back in the day. There's like some physical media stuff. I thought I had CDs in here, but I don't think I have CDs anymore. No, I'm gonna go back in that room. Oh, there's my parents' dumb cat. Oh, yeah. I have a lot of stuff in here, so excuse me. Oh, did he? It's kind of annoying. All right. So anyway, my parents have one cat and two dogs. Back in the day, I had another cat named Kiko, who was the best cat ever. And that cat, his name is Jigga, and I could care less about him, to be honest. He's kind of annoying. I'm not a cat person at all. Anyway, you guys didn't ask that. Music and book. Book collection, I don't have a lot of books. I am trying to read more. I own a Star Wars book called something Empire. I can't remember. I've only read the first chapter. And then I just got a book. I've been trying to read like more business books and like more like how to grow like as a successful person and stuff. So I'm reading more like nonfiction than fiction. But music wise, my music right now, as you can see, this is my buddy Remy. Remy's music. I met him on Twitch. Awesome dude. Make sure you guys go follow him on Twitch, twitch.tv/Remy Seppi. He also has a YouTube channel. In the Heights, I have like a couple songs from the soundtrack. The entire Inside soundtrack. Freaking love it. Here's some of the music. I do listen to some Spanish music. I kind of listen to everything. Okay, I can explain this. There's one song that's actually kind of good, and that's kind of catchy, and I don't really listen to it often, but it's Mr. Mistopheles. We got some songs. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Some songs from Les Mis on here. No, why? Dang it, hold on. Okay. This is kind of a mess. All right, and then we got like some other stuff and a lot of stuff. Ninja Sex Party. I like them. They're pretty funny. And then yeah, it's kind of it. There's some other stuff too, but I kind of listen to everything. I'm not like a huge collector. I want to get vinyl, but I just haven't really gotten to it. Let's see. Is Nate going to be a part of your short film? No, I don't think so. Nate is not really into the filmmaking or anything. He's doing his own thing. But he's definitely excited for me, I should say. Let's see. How about the Dune French Dispatch last night? So he'll line up triple feature. Dude, so here's the weird thing. I have to figure out what I'm going to watch first because those three movies are all movies I really want to see. French Dispatch to me is kind of at the end, but I think this is what it's going to be. Nate and I were talking. We're probably going to go see Dune together. So Nate and I could go watch Dune on like Thursday night, and then I could see Last Night in Soho Friday afternoon or something, and then do like a double feature with French Dispatch like Friday night or something. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, Nate and I kind of have some plans already in the making for that. So it's kind of exciting. I'm kind of pumped for that. Let's see. I'm currently storyboarded my short film to be prepared, and I've already cast my main lead. Yeah, it's a process. Better create your one expectation that will be a success. Yeah. Well, one of the people who's going to be a part of my short film is Jackson. You guys know Jackson Cottrell. I hope anyway. I told him, I was like, I have a part for you. He didn't really say yes or no, but I'm assuming it's a yes. And I'm very excited because it's actually kind of a meaty part, and it's not just like you're on screen for 2 seconds type of thing. So I'm actually very excited about it. So yeah. In the Heights, yes, dude. In the Heights, man. Love it. You gotta love In the Heights. You gotta love it. I know it's not for everybody. I know not everyone loved it, but I did. I thought Cats was a good movie. I saw it in theaters. Its rewatch value is low, but it was unique. Really interesting. See, I watched it. I did this marathon video that I never released, and it's where I watched like a bunch of bad movies. And honestly, like it was probably the best out of all of them that I watched. I didn't think it was. I mean, I see the people's complaints about it. I didn't think it was nearly as bad as what people were trying to say it was. You know what I mean? Like, people ripped it to shreds. But like, to me, I thought it was just a movie that was weird. And it was just kind of like off-putting, but I didn't think it was like horrible in every way. Like people kind of, the way I guess I expected it to be. Thoughts on Jaws? I love Jaws. One of my, I can't say one of my favorite movies of all time, It's definitely up there. I haven't watched it a ton, but I really love Jaws. I appreciate it for what it is. And to me, it's a superior shark movie. I don't really care about shark movies now because I'm sorry, just like you're not Jaws, you'll never be Jaws, and that's just kind of how it is. I know that that's stupid of me, but that movie's just so genius. Um, but yeah, let me give you guys my thoughts on Loki episode 4, though, because I didn't make a video on it. I didn't talk about it. Again, it's been hard to make content while I've been here, just kind of hanging out with family and stuff. But so Loki episode 4, I'm not going to get into spoilers because, again, my wife hasn't seen the episode. We were planning on watching it yesterday, and then we were planning on watching it today. We're going to watch it tomorrow probably, but I thought it was the best episode. Last week's episode I said was filler, and it was kind of a boring episode, and I still stand by that. But this episode, more things are revealed, and it ended in a way that I didn't particularly see. And I'm very curious as to what is going to happen with some of these core characters. And specifically Owen Wilson's character, because Mobius is awesome. And I'm very curious as to what the overarching scheme is of the TVA. I don't want to, again, give anything away, but I just feel like it's going in a route that is just unpredictable at this point, and it's not what I expected it to be. And so for that, like, I applaud Marvel, because to me it's better than WandaVision, where WandaVision was just like a lot of the cheap, like, let's set you up for expectations and then let's just rip it away. And I don't like that. It's like, to me, that's cheap, and I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that. Whereas, you know, this episode really showed that what the central piece is not actually the central piece of the story. And they did it early enough to where we're not going to go into like the final couple episodes and be like, all right, well, we know that this is going to be the inevitability. We don't know what that is. There's so much uncertainty, and that's what I think is awesome about the show, because it's going in unexplored territories of the MCU, and it's just very unique and very different, and it's given me a reason to actually care about the character of Loki again, and like to kind of root for him to still be alive in this universe, because, you know, they even mention it. Like, one thing that happens is, you know, he survives so much. He's died so many times, but he always comes back, and I like the fact that they were very self-aware in that way, because to me, I've never liked the fact that they want to bring that character back, because I feel like it's a disservice to the fandom, and it's a disservice to the overall character, especially with, you know, the ending that we got for his story in Avengers Infinity War. But I'm happy with what we got, and I'm happy with what this episode gave us, and I'm looking forward to what's to come. That's all I'll say. I don't want to go into spoilers. I don't want to go into specific details, because I'm trying to make sure that, you know, my wife doesn't hear me, and I don't want to give anything away that she would not like. So yeah. Let's see. Thoughts on the original Exorcist. It's a great movie. So here's a funny story about the original Exorcist. When I was young, I could watch any horror movie I wanted. I watched a lot of them. I talked about this. You know, I had a friend named Roy, and, you know, we would rent like, you know, different slasher movies, like whether that be Freddy versus Jason, which we watched a lot, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street movies, Friday the 13th movies, Halloween movies, Scream movies, Chucky movies. Like, we watch all of them. And I loved horror from such a young age, because I really like this idea that you could be scared when you go to sleep. It helped me sleep. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that's weird or if that's just me, but like, horror movies have always made me, they've always made me be able to like get a good night's rest. Cause I don't really think about those scary things at night. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just like, it gives me a peace of mind knowing that like I'm in a safe place. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. But the one horror movie that my parents, it was more my dad, refused to let me watch was The Exorcist. And I don't know why, because like my dad didn't really care what I did. I could really do whatever I wanted when I did talk to him. And he told me that the reason was because he didn't watch it until he was 13. So I couldn't watch it until I was 12. I don't really know what that meant, but he said like it's too mature of a horror movie. It deals with a lot of themes, and I don't know if you'd understand them. So I turned 12, and the night that I turned 12, was the night? No, it might have been like a week later. It was like right after Christmas. So like a week after Christmas, I went over to my dad's, and I said, "Well, I'm 12 now, so I want to watch The Exorcist." So he put it in. We watched it at like midnight or something. It was like super late, and I remember watching it. And I was laughing throughout the whole thing because to my dad, it was the scariest horror movie he's ever seen, and probably still is. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I was just sitting there laughing, and he was so confused, and I was like, "This movie's not scary to me." And he's like, "Why is that?" I'm like, "Well, number one, I mean, it's dated. Number two, I've seen so many things just like this now that have come out that are trying to copy the formula of this movie." So to me, The Exorcist was a movie that I appreciate. It was a movie that I really enjoyed. I do own it on Blu-ray, but it's a movie that, as I look back at it, it's never been scary to me, and I've never really to me, I guess I'm too young to really have it affect me. Because hold on, I'm looking at my phone real quick. So like the thing is when the movie came out, for those of you who don't know, people were actually throwing up in the theater. People were leaving and walking out of the movie because it was that scary to them. It was something they had never seen before. And I get that. It's like that's why a lot of people put a lot of hype into Hereditary, which to me was a good movie, but it never scared me because I felt it was overrated. Still a good movie, but it's not the next Exorcist like people say. So like at that time, if I was to see it when The Exorcist originally came out, I'm sure it would have been horrifying to me. But because I had already seen everything else and I knew what the movie was and what it was trying to do, and I had seen certain scenes, I guess, before I actually really watched the movie, it didn't affect me, if that makes sense. The only scene that gets me going, that actually terrifies me, is the spider walk scene. I hate that scene. I hate spiders. Seeing that scene gives me goosebumps and chills, and I don't like it. That's like the only scene that does that for me. So yeah, that's like my little Exorcist rant, I guess. Let's see. I geeked out. Yes, the post credit scene. Yeah, I was like, dude, that's awesome. Numanoid, how are you, Numanoid? Welcome in. Let's see. Dude, say my dad refused me to watch the film too until I'm old enough to see it. Then I saw it at the age of 20. Yeah, I was late to the party. Yeah, I watched it when I was like 12. That was kind of like his limit. I don't know why. It was weird, but he was just like, this movie's so scary, and it's not to me. I don't know. It's like the fact that like freaking talks about how it's like a Christian movie. I understand why he says that, but it's not. I don't know. That's a conversation for a different day. Sounds a lot like when I saw Poltergeist and Pet Sematary. Parents talked about them being scary, and then I watched them. They were not scary. I think Pet Sematary is actually creepy. Zelda is one of the most terrifying characters in horror ever, because it's played by a man, and it's just like you'll never walk again, like that. Oh, that's creepy. Poltergeist though, yeah, Poltergeist I watched for the first time last year. Not scary, but it's fun. It's a fun little family horror movie that you can kind of watch and just have a blast with. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, in terms of Pet Sematary, the original to me is terrifying. The remake sucks. I hate that movie. I will never watch it again. And I was so looking forward to that movie, and like, screw that movie. Yeah, my dad hated the film, and he saw it in a theater back in the day. Really? The Exorcist? That's crazy, dude. That's so crazy. I was allowed to watch the Halloween movies at 6 or 7 years old. 30 years later, I'm fine. Yeah, I watched the first Halloween movie. I'm trying to think of when I watched the original. Because like I watched the original and immediately I fell in love with it and realized like I love horror. Um, I think I was probably like, it was before I hung out with Roy. I think I was like 8 or 9, because AMC used to do the well, they probably still do it. I don't have cable. I don't watch cable, but they do like the 31 days of horror or Halloween or whatever they call it. And I remember watching it on that. I came home from school. It was actually in this room that I'm in right now. So like the way it works, like here's the room right now. It's very different. So like my bed was like right here, right? My brother's bed was kind of where I am right now, but then we had a TV that was like right there. That was where our TV was, pretty much in that area. Okay, that was where our TV was. And I remember getting home from school. I went immediately upstairs, sat on my floor, turned on the TV to AMC, and the next movie that was playing was Halloween 1978. And I'd never heard of it before. I was like, "What is this? What is this little movie? This little treasure?" And then I'm sitting there watching it, and I was terrified. And one of the scenes that terrified me was Lori looking out as she's on the phone, and she sees Michael standing there next to the clothes as they're hanging, and that terrified me. I immediately looked out my window because I felt like someone was watching me. I mean, no one was there, but I loved it. From that moment on, I knew I was hooked, and I loved the movie, and I've loved it ever since. And I think I was like 8 or 9. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was before I met Roy. And well, actually, no, I was friends with Roy, but it was before I watched like a lot of the horror movies with him, because it was around that time that I really got into horror, and I realized just how cool it was as a genre. Because I'd watched it when I was younger too, but like I don't think I appreciated it as much as I did when I watched the first Halloween. I had to have been like 8. Yeah, love it. Pet Sematary wasn't scary to me and not very creepy either. Yeah, I mean, the Zelda is the only creepy thing about that movie. Funniest horror movie you've seen, intentionally or unintentionally? Intentionally, Shaun of the Dead is so funny. Unintentionally, Troll 2. If you can even classify that as horror, that movie is so hilarious, and it's bad. Such a bad movie. Do you think 14-year-olds can write movies? Yeah, why not? Why not? If you're 14, you're watching this. I'm assuming, Lucas, say you're 14 since you asked the question. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But if you're 14 and watching this, like, now is the time to start. Like, pick up a camera. Your phone has a camera. Use the phone and just record yourself, maybe even with some friends, and just make a short film. Make something that you're passionate about. Of course you can write. You're never too young or too old to start your passion, whether it be writing movies, whether it be directing movies, whether it be acting, whether it be filmmaking, or not even movies in general. Like, it could be anything. It could be wanting to ride a bike, wanting to play music, wanting to stream video games, or whatever you want to do. Make a YouTube channel. Like, all of these things are accessible to you, and it's never too early or too late. And if you, Lucas, and anybody who wants to write movies out there, anybody who wants to make movies out there, granted, I have not made my first film yet. I've not. I'm very close. I'm on the precipice of being able to like have my first official script done for a short film. But I realized that at 25, I was done trying to hide this creative side of me, kind of lock it away. Use that. Be a creative. Do what makes you happy. And the earlier, the better. The earlier, the better, So yes, you are not too young. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. And some of the best minds come from the youngest minds. So that's my 2 cents of it. Have I seen Band of Brothers? I've not. My dad loves that stuff, though. My dad is a huge, like, war film documentary type of guy. is the AMC channel. I know what you're talking about. That's where I discovered Child's Play for the first time. Yeah, they every year they show like a lot of. I remember I dated this girl, awesome girl. I haven't talked to her in a long time. I assume we're friendly to each other. If I see her, I'm gonna say hi. But I dated her, and we were dating. We dated only for like a few months. It wasn't serious in a way. I was never like when I was in high school, I never dated anybody like seriously. Kind of. It was more just like, never mind. It doesn't matter. You guys don't want to know the details. But anyway, during that time, it was October, and we were watching AMC, and one of the movies that was on was Jason Takes Manhattan. So like, yeah, they play like a bunch of different slasher movies, not just slashers, but they'll play everything from, Poltergeist to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like there's like a wide spectrum, and they try to kind of put some of the most influential and classic horror movies of all time. Holy crap! There's a lot of questions and comments. I've only watched 4 episodes, so no spoiler, please. Is that for Band of Brothers? I haven't seen it, so don't worry about it. AMC Fear Fest. Yes, yes, yes. Are you related to Nick Castle? I'm not. We are not related. That'd be kind of cool. Shaun of the Dead was amazing. I agree. How would he be related to Nick Castle? He doesn't have the same last name. First camera you got? Canon PowerShot ELPH 300 HS. I can't believe I remember that. That's crazy. Like, that was my first point-and-shoot camera. First camera before that, probably the Flip HD. I remember I had a Flip HD camera. I used to make YouTube videos with that. What's that flag on the wall? Oh, this? I have no idea. I don't know. Something that's my brother's. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Looks like Spain's flag. First movie I what? Let's see. I wrote a horror movie script. Nice. That's awesome. It's awesome. You have to let me know what it's about, Stranger Boy. I'd love to hear all about it. Let's see. I want to write a horror musical and action script. My comfort zone is comedy and drama, but my taste has expanded so much that I want to jam 20 genres. Can I make that dream possible? I mean, you can. Parasite is like the best example of something that kind of puts a lot of genres together, like a movie that form fits a lot. Now, granted, it's hard because you need to have consistency, and you have to kind of make your themes in a way where they're still able to connect over, certain genres. One of my dreams actually is to make a musical horror film, like an actual horror musical, not Rocky Horror Picture Show, not Sweeney Todd, like something that's actually scary and but it's a musical. I don't know how it could work because musicals make everything light. So you'd have to try to find some type of balance and try to make the music actually scary. I don't know. That's like a dream of mine. It's kind of a crazy idea. And maybe someday if I ever get big, maybe I'll work with Lin-Manuel Miranda and make it happen. Who knows? I don't know. The dude's a genius. That'd be kind of cool. He could make it happen. I have not. I'm not a big Simpsons guy. No offense. I've seen a few episodes. I used to watch it a little bit when I was younger. It's just not for me, to be honest. Maybe you'll see it in 60 to 80 years. LOL. Gotta go. Have a good night. Take care. Have a great night, Bernardo. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Yeah, we're going to be closing up here in the next couple of minutes. We're going to be wrapping up. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know it was kind of spur of the moment. Awesome talking to you, my man. And again, let me know about the Criterion wrap-up thing. I'm very, very intrigued, very interested. See, Nick, I want to know the details. Give us the deets. The details of what? What do you want to know the details of? Have you been to conventions? I have not. I do want to go. I'd love to go to Comic-Con. And since I live in Salt Lake, I could go to Comic-Con Salt Lake. And my wife and I have been actually talking about it. But I would love to go to a horror convention as well. I haven't gone to any, and I would love to go to what's Star Wars Celebration would be awesome. But yeah, I've just never gone. You should at least see the episode Homer's Enemy because it's the highest rated episode of my favorite. It's very funny. I might check it out. Yeah, I'm not a big Simpsons person. In terms of like adult animated shows, like Rick and Morty's pretty good. I haven't seen all of it. Beavis and Butthead is my favorite of all of them. South Park is pretty good. Family Guy was good, but I feel like it kind of lost its glimmer a bit. And American Dad I never really liked, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, I'm kind of tired. I need to get to bed. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. Let's see. I'll answer. So I'll take a couple more minutes if you guys want to put in questions, like fire questions in there. I will answer a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up and call it a night for this Q&A. It's been a lot of fun. I'll probably do another one of these before I leave Pennsylvania. Have you seen Summer of '84? I have, actually. And you know what? It was pretty good. I actually liked it. I actually thought it was effective, and it really brought its message about very well. So yeah, I did like it. Let's see. Good night, Nick. See you soon sometime. Nunoid, have a great night, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. Much love, and we'll catch you next time for sure. So yeah, if there's any last minute questions, guys, go ahead and fire them in, ask them in, and then if not, we'll end this thing. But this has been a fun stream. I mean, it's been again kind of a spur of the moment, like last minute thing. Didn't really expect anything, and to have you guys here was like really cool and really fun to be able to talk with you guys and just answer questions. So yeah, that girl you dated, I don't want to put her on blast. She's awesome. I mean, she was an awesome person. It just didn't work out. We were just kind of two different people, essentially. I don't know. She was a cool person. Yeah, in terms of like the relationship, like it was more casual than it was serious, but we dated. She was my girlfriend, I was her boyfriend. It's just that's it. In high school, I was kind of a player, but I don't really want to get into this. Did you finally go to the Myers house in Halloween 5? No, I did not. Where is that even located? Isn't it in Hollywood or California? I have not. I haven't visited any sites for any movies, which is sad. Very sad. Okay, wait. I've actually visited the Top Gun, like where they shot like a lot of the beach scenes and stuff, but I've never seen Top Gun. So yeah, it's kind of a embarrassing thing. But I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for hanging out with me. I'm slurring my speech. It's only 12:19 here. Feels much later than that. I feel like I'm getting on East Coast time. I can speak Spanish. Sí, yo puedo. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all your awesome questions, just for being able to hang out with you guys. Sorry I haven't made content. I hope you guys understand. It's been kind of hard being here in Pennsylvania, hanging out with my family. I hope to do another one of these. I might do one on Saturday here on YouTube. I definitely want to go live on Twitch for a little bit and do a just chatting. So if you're not following me on Twitch, make sure you follow me. Details down below over there. We have an awesome community, and I can't wait to give you guys more details on my short film. I will be having some details on how you guys can help support my project, my horror short film Addict, very soon. I'm still working out the details of that as I'm finishing up the script, and we'll take the next couple of months to try to get the word out there and get some help financing this short film, this endeavor. And I'm very excited for the future of this channel and sharing that filmmaking journey with all of you. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on the replay. Also, if you're here in the live chat, also comment any questions that you want me to answer after this live chat. on the replay, what is your favorite film set? How about that? That's a good question. That's a good starting question. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you like talking movies, if you like, the filmmaking process, if you love Halloween and you're excited for Halloween Kills, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.